My brother said he felt ignored after I had my medical procedure done.
You must pay attention to him. He's the most important one.
I, 18 female, had the doctor said I was a candidate for a high-functioning prosthetic, a bionic leg. It wasn't just cosmetic. It would give me a shot at walking properly again. It's expensive, though. The NHS covered some, but not all. By the way, this comes from Strange Ostrich 917, and if you want to spit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. That's when my mom stepped in. She said we could use part of a savings fund she'd kept for emergencies and future needs, some of which was apparently meant for my little brother, 11 male. He's neurodivergent and has always needed a bit more help. He's smart and sweet, but also very emotionally intense. My mom calls him her sunbeam, and honestly, the house has revolved around him my entire life. She helped me get the prosthetic. It changed everything. It's not perfect, but it's given me a future. Now, here's where things went sideways. Last week, my little brother had what my mom calls a bad emotional day. He told her he was sad because everyone paid attention to me, and I got a robot leg, and he didn't get anything. He said it was unfair that I got something cool and expensive when he didn't. Instead of explaining the obvious, that this wasn't a gift, that it wasn't about fair, my mom sat down and said maybe she shouldn't have spent so much on me without thinking of how it might affect him emotionally. I didn't know what to say. She said she regrets not waiting until he was old enough to understand that he's very sensitive, and I need to try and see it from his side. And now I feel like the villain. I didn't ask for any of this. So am I the jerk for accepting a bionic leg, knowing it came from a fund my mom also set aside for my younger brother, and knowing he's hurt by it? Because right now I feel like I'm being punished for not passing away. And there are some comments, but obviously not.
No.
Your mom's crazy.
Yeah.
So your mom's telling you to feel bad for her. She made the choice. She made the choice.
Yeah.
To gift you that leg.
Yes.
That was her money to spend. She made that choice, and you accepted because she gifted it to you.
And you also needed it.
Also you need it, so don't feel bad because you literally need it.
Yeah.
But also it's not like you asked and begged her, which would be valid. But it's not like you were demanding her that she buy you this leg. She gifted it to you. And now she's like, well, you should feel bad for even needing it.
No, absolutely not.
What?
It's just kind of how money works sometimes.
Yep.
Sometimes, you plan to have fun money for each kid set aside, and then turns out someone needs crazy expensive leg money. Yeah. And medical attention. So the money just has to go to that. That's just how it is.
Commenter 1 says, not the jerk, but your mom and brother are. You missed some important years because you freaking had and you needed a prosthetic to walk and do everything. I wonder if your mom would change her tune if she had to carry you everywhere or push you around in a wheelchair. She'd have to have your home more accessible and her vehicle. Your brother is the golden child, unfortunately. If you didn't have the prosthetic and your brother made some comment about your leg, your mom would probably agree with that. There is no winning in this situation. What does your mom consider an emergency? If it's not to pay your child's medical bills, then what is it for? If you're still living with your mom and entitled brother, I hope you get out soon. None of what happened is your fault. And OP says, I'm guessing for my little brother's emergencies. Commenter 2 says, not the jerk. Your mother is insane. You lost your leg. Short of losing a limb himself, there is nothing your brother could suffer to compare. Your prosthetic isn't some expensive toy. It's a medical device that allows you to walk, which you otherwise would not be able to do. Ask your brother if he wants to trade. He can have the bionic leg, provided he agrees to have his own leg surgically removed. OP says, I did, and he started crying. I can't stop laughing. Commenter 3 says, not the jerk. Your mom is, though, for not talking to your little brother about why you deserve the leg. What isn't fair is that you got lost your leg and missed out on years of your life. If you're in the UK, get away from your mom ASAP. See what programs are available to you for education, trade school, housing, etc. And there is an update. Yesterday, I came home from work. I do a few shifts a week at a local cafe to save for uni. I had my prosthetic charging in my room on its dock like I always do. It's super delicate while charging because the joints are exposed and the internal circuits are vulnerable. I found my brother in my room. He had unplugged the charger. He was trying to make it move manually, bending the knee joint, yanking the ankle around to see if it would walk on its own. I yelled at him to stop, but it was too late. The main knee motor made this awful grinding sound, and then the whole leg sagged like a broken doll. He dropped it and ran downstairs crying. I just stood there holding the pieces. The leg is gone. Totally gone. Those things aren't built for rough handling. They're expensive, sensitive, custom built to match my body. It's not something you can fix at a random shop. It has to go back to the manufacturer. Repairs cost thousands. Even assuming it's repairable, it'll take months. I went to my mom, absolutely shattered, thinking at least this she'd take seriously. She cried, hugged my brother, and said, "He didn't mean it. He's just curious." Then she told me, "You need to be more understanding. He's only 11. It's not like he knows how important it was because you never explained how important it was."
Yeah, that's your fault, my dude.
I honestly don't remember much after that. I just felt myself shutting down. No apology, no promise to help fix it. I can't afford repairs on my own. The grant money is long gone. Insurance might cover some of it, maybe, but the deductible is massive. And my mom made it very, very clear she won't be helping again. I survived. I fought to be able to stand on my own again, and now it's broken because an 11-year-old thought it looked fun and no one cares. So I guess that's my update. Relevant comments, OP's location so she could reach out to a hospital or program that could help with replacing her prosthetic leg. OP says, "I live in Scotland." Commenter 1 says, "I'm gonna say all that needs to be said. You're a legal adult. It's time to take legal action." Yeah.
Honestly.
I mean, you say, "Hey, he destroyed my leg and my mom won't help."
How am I gonna do anything?
Yeah. Commenter 2 says, "Tell every dang adult you know, all of them, each and every relative, every parent of a friend, and get a lawyer. This is a very open and shut case. Your parents should have housing and renter's insurance that will cover the replacement cost. I'm assuming you're on some sort of insurance plan. You mentioned that. Call them and sick them on your parents. It might be more insured than you think, but you need courts for this. This isn't my little brother knocked over the Lego Death Star I spent 2 months putting together. This is more along the lines of my brother stole my car and wrecked it. It's major, and legally your parents are liable. Tell every dang adult out there what happened. There's very non-zero chance that your parents will get read the riot act and shamed into actually parenting, and an equally non-zero chance you'll end up moving in with an aunt or uncle or friend until you're able to go to college. This is not small. It is not minor. The law is on your side. I pay taxes to support a judicial system. Please use it. Report the theft and vandalism to the police immediately." Commenter 3 says, "Legally, she's required to pay because her child broke it, even though she's your mom. That's destruction of property. It was put up in a safe place. Unfortunately, getting her to pay will be very hard. I don't know if it would make it worse, but if you were to somehow make a post public asking if anybody had any ideas and or help, not necessarily put them in a bad negative light, but bring light to the situation. Maybe the actions on your mother will be for her to correct the way he acts, but unfortunately, I don't see it happening." And there is an update.
Oh gosh.
But before we get into that, Cheryl Emerson says OP should be telling everyone what happened. Her brother destroyed her expensive leg. Mom does not understand the seriousness of the situation, and so on.
Yeah.
Wrestling Mama says the mom isn't going to be able to save him when he does this to someone else. Yeah, I mean, like, that's why you parent your children.
Exactly.
Do you have any thoughts before we jump into this update?
Yeah, I mean, just agreeing with them, it's like, yeah, like maybe if other people hear about it and then they blow up at the mom, then maybe she'll finally start to realize, like,
yeah,
oh yeah, maybe this is something that I can do something about. Or maybe OP can like send her research about like having kids with neurodivergency.
Yeah.
You know? Just be like, hey, you absolutely can talk to them about difficult things. You can't just like, baby them their entire life, because 11 is getting older. Getting older. It's
doing your child a disservice if you do not prepare them for life. Obviously, there are kids who are neurodivergent who will never be able to live alone.
Sure.
But you're definitely not, helping him here. There's going to be no chance for him to have his own life if you keep parenting him like this.
Yeah.
Update 2. After my brother broke my prosthetic and my mom basically blamed me for it, something inside me cracked. It wasn't anger, not really. It was this cold, heavy finality, like realizing a door had closed, and no matter how much I knocked, nobody was going to open it. I stayed in the house a few more days. It was unbearable. Every time I saw my mom and brother, it was like nothing had happened. Like my life hadn't just been shattered again. No offer to fix the leg, no plan to replace it, just silence, awkward family dinners, my brother bragging about how he'd figured out how the robot leg worked, like it was some science project. So I made a decision. I called my dad. said he and my mom are divorced. I've always been closer to him, but didn't want to burden him before. I told him everything. He was furious. He showed up the next morning with his truck and said, pack what you need. You're coming with me. It wasn't a dramatic screaming match. I didn't even cry. I packed a duffel bag, grabbed my schoolwork, my clothes, what was left of my passed away prosthetic. I left behind photos, decorations, anything that felt too tangled up with who I used to be before everything. When I walked out, my mom barely looked at me. My brother cried and said, don't be mad at me. My mom said, she'll come back when she calms down. She still doesn't get it. I'm not coming back. I'm living with my dad now. His house is smaller, but it's quiet, peaceful, safe. I can charge my broken prosthetic without fear. I can walk around without being afraid someone will sabotage me again. He's already helping me contact the prosthetic company to see about repairs or replacement. He said he'll co-sign a loan if insurance won't cover enough. He said you didn't survive all of this just to end up crawling again. By the way, you can crawl over here and listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime.
Do it.
There's a little bit left to this story. Do you have any final thoughts?
Where was the dad this whole time?
That's what I'm wondering.
He's
I'm like, why weren't you living with your dad?
Yeah, he's an amazing savior.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that he came in and saved the day. But where? It's about time.
Where?
Man.
I mean, like, did he not know anything that was going on?
I guess not. I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe
like,
they just had
were you not talking to him?
Yeah, maybe they just had some agreement that, she was living with her mom, and I don't know, just teenage insecurities with not wanting to burden him with problems like this or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So.
But thank goodness that he is here at the end of the day.
Agreed. I have a lot of healing to do emotionally too, but for the first time in 2 years, I can breathe. And when I eventually walk properly again, whether it's on this leg or a new one, it'll be because I fought for myself, not because someone gave me permission. Thanks for reading, for caring, and for reminding me that surviving isn't selfish. Commoner 1 says, your dad is awesome. You need to go no contact with your mom once you can. She is abusive and enables and encourages your brother to abuse you. The only time she's happy is when you're hurting. Commoner 2 says, sweetheart, you did so well. Your dad sounds like an amazing man, and I'm so happy one of your parents are 100% behind you. Unless your mother can wake up and see exactly how her child, you, is hurting so much, then you made the right decision. Please keep us updated on your progress. We would love to hear how you're getting on. And commenter 3 says, please file a police report against your mom and brother. This is absolutely necessary for insurance purposes, and the company may be more inclined to help you if you have proof you're not scamming them. Glad you got out. And that is the end of that story.
Wow.
But, yeah, I mean, probably would help if you got that police report.
Yeah, definitely do something. I'm sure, I mean, if the dad is already, divorced from the mom, I'm sure there's already some bad blood there.
I do not doubt that.
I hope that the dad can be like, yeah, we're going to talk to your mom about this.
Taking them to court.
Taking them to court. We're going to get what's rightfully yours.
Indeed. But that's the end of that story.